Hey, how y'all doing out there, family? Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Glad to be in the number this morning. This is November 14th, 2017. We're in Scorpio season. What can I say? And I just wanted to get on really quickly this morning. I do have a reading to help you out. I haven't gone super deep today, but I wanted to give you something, so I will. But I wanted to get on and celebrate with you all. Actually, it's not until November the 19th, but November the 19th is my official 11-year anniversary of completing my initiation into the sacred feminine mysteries. And this is an initiation that when we go through it, it opens us up more deeply to the mysteries of the great mother goddess energy of the universe, and helps us to get in alignment with our own vibration. Thank you, Lillian. I appreciate you. Helps us get in alignment with our own vibration of the great mother goddess. I bow down to all of my sister goddesses out there. I bow down to your wombs, to the womb of all the women in the world. And just giving thanks to the ultimate goddess, to the ultimate womb of the universe, the great mother. And I feel so honored to be initiated into this goddess tradition. My godmother is Oshunike Kara de Anke, and it was birthed through her. And I am in the second group that went through. My big sister in this is Omi Seun. She crossed over first. And then there was a group of 4 of us. There are only 2 of us that are really around. So I'll just mention Erica, who is finished initiating with me. And then there's so many, celebrating their 10-year, their 9-year anniversary. We've even had people cross over as recently as a year ago. And so I'm just excited for us. Happy anniversary to you, Erica. If you see this, girl, we did it. And we're still here. Because let me tell y'all something. Initiating and taking on work of a higher spiritual level requires so much personal work. That's how we make it all these years. It starts out with healer, heal thyself. And as I continue to do the work that I do, I'm able to hear what the mothers call me to do, such as make these videos. And so thank you all for celebrating with me. I really appreciate you. And like I said, as time moves on and once I get a little more organized, I will begin to do the goddess classroom to talk more about the goddess, because I know people are interested in knowing more about this goddess energy. And what I will say is the goddess energy is an unfolding. It is a remembering. Okay, it's an unfolding and it's a remembering. The wisdom is there. We have access to it. If you have a womb or had a womb, because I know some of us have had hysterectomies. If you have a womb or had a womb, okay, you have easy access. But you know what? The men out there, you have access too. No one is denied the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding of the great mother goddess. Seek and you shall find the mother within you. So that is that. So today the card that I pulled is light. This is from my Pathways card. My Pathways Oracle, I should say. And I thought this was really interesting. Light. When we think about light, especially in spirituality, what we're seeking is enlightenment. We're seeking to connect with the light within us, which is the higher divine spark that is our true nature. And so this is a time for us right now to, first and foremost, shine the light on everything that we see. I call that awareness. Become aware of everything that is in your life. How many of us don't really like to look at those dark parts of ourselves? For some of us, the dark parts are actually scary. But I remember my husband preached a sermon one time. It was one of my favorite sermons of his of all times. And it was called Come Out the Cave. And what he talked about is how a lot of times people are sitting in the cave of their despair, the cave of their darkness, the cave of their addiction, the cave of the things that they see as wrong, not realizing that there are other people sitting in the cave with them. So what do? We have these dark parts of ourselves and we just keep them hidden. We don't want the light shown on them, and it makes us feel alone and isolated. But once we begin to turn on the light, and what he said in this sermon was, you turn on the light and you begin to realize there's other people here with me. You know, it's no need for judgment. Everybody has a dark side. I have a friend, Momo, who mentioned one time, you know, that embracing that darkness, embracing that part of ourselves that's maybe not the part that we always want people to know about, actually is empowering. So that's something that I encourage you to do. Shine the light in the darkness. The other piece is to grab onto the light that you are. You are the light. Okay. One other thing I wanted to say. I mentioned Iya Olaomi regularly, and one time she said to me, it's the dark parts of yourself that are going to catapult you to your heights. How many of us out there perhaps are being weighted down with the darkness, when actually the darkness is transformational energy that will catapult us to enlightenment, that will catapult us to our greatest destiny? Okay, so shine the light on the dark parts of yourself, and realize that you are the light that you seek. And I was looking in the, there's a book that comes with a lot of these oracles. And what it said here that I really liked, hey, love you too, Kwanubian, is how many of us, it talked about how many of us talk about our problems. Think about how often we know people, and maybe we might be those people. I know I've done this, and we'll go on and on and on about all that is wrong. You know, it's like I've heard one teacher say, this is a culture that actually, and when I say this, I'm talking about U.S. culture. It might be other places in the world. Maybe it's the West in general, but we are addicted to our wounds. You know, I've said this before. We say we want healing, but how many of us have a relationship with that thing that we say we want to get rid of, but we actually have a relationship with it? So for instance, for me, I have been so stuck in my stumble that I feel comfortable in my stumble, and I prefer to stay there than to move forward. I'm not proud to admit that, but I'm just being 100. You know, oh, this is what happened to me in my childhood, and I have this problem because of that, or that problem. And, you know, I just have found myself in that place. And a lot of us do that, you know, rising above the victim consciousness. And this is what self-realization is all about. You know, I acknowledge that in this world I have incarnated, like the light within me is manifesting itself through this holographic projection, giving me these attributes and in this culture that I live in and this language that I have. My light has manifested as this, but I'm light. I'm energy. So are you. Okay? And so part of the empowering ourselves is transcending all of this. Yes, I come from a people that were enslaved. What's that got to do with me? You may tell what my ancestors tell me. Baby, you better not use us as an excuse for you not doing what you're supposed to do in your own life. Don't you ever make it seem like you come from a broken people. Nobody could deal with that human trafficking, slavery, transatlantic slave trade like the Africans who did. Nobody. All right. If there is another group in history that have been through that, I don't know them. Okay, so my ancestors told me, if you are going to talk about us, you better talk about our strength. Okay, but you're not going to have an identity based on our wounds. And so, you know, I had to get to that point where I said, I'm in this body as a woman of African descent living in the United States of America. Yes, seek the light so that you can be the light. Yes, seek it. And you have to go deep within. But, you know, I had to accept I'm really not an African American woman. And just yesterday, I was posting my songs of freedom, feeling proud to be Afro and all that kind of good stuff on Facebook, because it is a part of my identity. And I chose this identity, you know. But I had to transcend all of that. And at the end of the day, I can be whatever I want to. That's another beauty of seeing yourself as the light. You don't have to be anything other than what you desire to be. I'll have to give y'all a funny. And it might not be funny, but I just think about it. You remember there was that white woman who was posing as an African, well, she said black woman, because she doesn't call herself African American. She calls herself black. Rachel, she was a NAACP president or something out west. So, you know, it was just like big time drama. I saw it as a distraction. Just, if you really want to know, who gives a rat's ass if this woman was faking the funk? I know she was making some money, but we got other things going on besides this white woman saying she's really black, transracial. So yesterday, and I haven't heard anything like that since, but yesterday one of my friends posted something about this guy who's transracial. He was born white, but now he says he's Filipino. I'm not taking issue with nothing. Trans women, trans men, transracial. I don't know the other transes. I'm sure there's some transes out there that I'm going to learn about. But that's an example of when you transcend this and you walk as the light that you are. You can do and be whatever you want to be. You know, we have the body that we have, but my identity is inside my spirit. It's inside my consciousness, okay? And I think that that is just amazing. And so I just want to read this. Being, yes, we can get into victim mode, Lillian. Yes, in this culture, that is a big time thing. People love being a victim. But it's way more empowering if we walk as the light and embrace the troubles and the struggles that we have as something to overcome, something to transcend, something that helps us to grow. So it says, when you are going into your soul process here in the human experience, you may at times find yourself rather limited and stuck energetically as you try to thrive and expand. Let's try looking at the true reality of life. This is the sentence where I said, this is transformational and revolutionary. Being on earth is your opportunity to experience the vibrations of light in human form. I'm going to say that again. This is why we're here. We are the light, right? But this is what we did. We came here to earth in order to have an opportunity to experience the vibrations of light in human form. And there's so many different vibrations. As I began to realize what my emotions really are, even when I feel grumpy, I tell my husband and my kids sometimes, I feel grumpy. And I try to make a mean face too when I do it. And then other times, I'm elated and in bliss. You know, I love it all because I'm here and I don't fear death, you know. I'm not fighting to stay here. I want to be here for as long as my contract allows me to stay here. Whatever my ticket says is my last day. I would like to get to that day. But I just feel it's so exciting, the highs and the lows of the human experience. We don't want to get stuck in it, okay? So if we understand that we are the light that has come here to experience the human form. It's easy. It's easy. That's it. And we experience all the different levels. The thing that is the best part of this all is that the more we are expanded in our awareness and our consciousness, the more we can choose. It goes right back to the theme for this year, Shango. Shango, Heru, okay, the energy of the sun. It is saying, make your choice about what you want to do. You get to choose, okay? Nothing is really happening to you. We have a vibration that is calling experiences to us. And when it shows up and we don't like it, we can say, that's interesting. Wonder what's going on inside of here that would call that to me. I thank you for showing up, but goodbye. Not today. No. But, you know, a lot of us, because of this victim mode mentality that we have in this culture, we jump in that thing and, you know, we're just all about it. And that's part of being human. So we don't judge ourselves for that either. You know, that's part of being human. We just pick ourselves up and we take action and we do, you know, something different. We think, feel, be something different. The other thing that I thought was good from this card, it says, the question is, how do you access and embrace these vibrations for yourself? You must prioritize your emotions, okay? And so I am one who knows the importance of emotions. I was just laying in bed this morning thinking to myself, something's got to be stuck inside of me that I have not yet. Oh, thank you, Amaso. Mwah. I haven't exactly released, and that's why we do our spiritual work daily. But guess what? I'm doing everything I can to make sure nothing gets stuck now. Though I may not have been as aware in the past, things might still be, they still here because I know my stuff, okay? But I'm working to walk aware so that I don't store experiences in my body. And so that's what we want to do. We want to look at our programming. We want to look at the choices that we're making. We want to look at our emotions, and we want to walk aware, understanding that we are the light. Last thing I'll say is my spiritual philosophy is that all is one. There's only one divine consciousness, and we all emanate out from this great divine consciousness. And so the ultimate relationship, the ultimate way of experiencing ourselves as the light is to connect with the one divine consciousness. I want to know, has anyone out there experienced yourself completely and totally in the oneness with the great divine consciousness? It's amazing when you do it. I mean, I even feel like we're in an energetic portal right now as I'm making this video. I feel like a portal has opened and that we're all in it, and I can feel the oneness. I can feel the connection. It's very similar. I love that. I ask that the light shines through me every day so that others can see me as the light. That is Lillian's daily affirmation. That is transcendent. Hey, Mama Colette, how are you? That made me just feel like I'm about to trance out of here. Let me be the light so that everyone can see. Let everyone see the light in me. Let me be connected with my light so that everybody around me, when they connect with me, they feel the light that is in me. And because we're all one, I'm sort of translating this, Lillian, into like my thoughts as I think about what your affirmation. As they connect with the light that is within me, they connect with the light that is within them. We connect with the great divine consciousness. We feel the oneness. As I was as I was in my initiation, actually, that was one of the best times of my life. Everyone has their initiations at different stages. I just so happened to have my initiation with my Jupiter return, which I didn't know anything about Jupiter return at the time. But Jupiter return is around age 12, 24, 36, 48. I'll be 48 in a few months. And so my Jupiter return happened with my initiation. I was 36. And it's a new beginning. And I remember leading up to my initiation, I would stare at the trees. I would just stand at the window and look out and stare at the trees. And I would feel so much reverence and connection with the trees that literally the trees began to teach me and speak to me. You know, I consider trees to be ancestors. And so getting to that point, however you need to. Another thing I do is spiritual pondering. And so I just let my mind ponder and ponder. It's just like it just mills over something. You know how people might take that ball and roll it and roll it and roll it. And next thing I know, during my initiation, I would be so transcendent that I literally experienced the oneness, and I began to be able to do it at will. I could just, and it's like no thingness. No thingness. It's nothing. And it's so much peace. That is the essential nature of the great divine consciousness. It's no thing and it's peace. And that is what we seek to experience as within ourselves as we meet people. This is how, and I feel horrible that sometimes those of us that are a little more peace loving, and I do embrace that there is the continuum. We need the warriors out there that's going to get in people's face and do all of that, you know, but people see it as a weakness when you can see all as one. I see God in everything and everyone. I don't have to fight with everyone because I can see beyond what is there. And oftentimes it's forgetfulness. You have forgotten. I have forgotten. Everyone has forgotten. But when we begin to get to that point where we are transcendent and we can see beyond the physical, and we are connected to the one divine consciousness, nothing moves us. Everything is the light, and it dictates how we operate. It makes us just move, flow, act, be in a different way. And again, you can be, do, whatever, however you want to flow. If I need to bring up a warrior, I bring up a warrior. If I need to bring up the artist in me, I bring up the artist in me. If I need to bring up the writer, the communicator, the mathematician, whatever I need to bring up when I am walking as the light and extended and transcended and connected to the oneness, I have the power, because that is what it is about, accessing the power within. I have the power to be, do whatever. If I need something, it will manifest. Be the light, my friends, my family, my beloveds. Be the light. Walk as the light, as my sister Lillian has said. We will touch each and every one. There is the quantum field that is affected through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our emotions. When you wake up the quantum field even more. Don't ever think that You cannot make a difference. You can make a difference. The greatest difference you can make is through awakening to your divine nature. Okay? However you do it, you have a destiny that is calling you. You do it in your own way. You don't have to do it like me. You don't have to do it like anyone else. Whatever your destiny is, however your process of awakening is, that's what you do. And in that space of being the light, we allow the most benevolent. Oof, let me see if I can bring that back up. I don't know how to look at my chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how to bring up. I used to know. Oh, there we go. And in that space of being the light, we allow for the most benevolent outcome for all, Mama Colette. Ashe. This is how we're supposed to be. All right? I'm not buying into this violent, mean, cruel world theme, storyline that they're trying to give me. In my heart of hearts, I believe peace is the true way. I believe that benevolence is the true way. The more of us that open ourselves up to it, we intend that for all. Thank you. Yes. Y'all, Mama Colette and Lillian, they are senior to me. I appreciate you, mamas, for speaking up and being the elders on this broadcast today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I am going to tell y'all, first of all, let me give y'all an idea that I have. I really believe in small businesses. And so y'all see Quanubian Trinia Murphy. She has a small business. If you are into gift giving during the holidays, and I am one who is because my family is, and so I like to try to make conscious choices about where I buy things from, what I give to, you know. And this year, I'm just determined I am going to give as many gifts as I can from small-owned businesses. So I want to plug Trinia, Quanubian. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama. Quanubian, please list in the comments so they can see today, but you'll have to send it to me, your contact information, if people want to buy your jewelry. Quanubian makes jewelry. And if you send it to me, Quanubian, I'll put it in the the description box. The other one that I love to send people to is Essence Tree. EssenceTree.com is Charmaine's business, and she sells the best products for the body you can buy on the market. You probably could eat all of them because they're so natural. And the packaging is beautiful. You know, I'm actually not super frilly, but when someone gives me something that's like that, I actually love it. And so I love buying her products because they just come beautifully packaged. They're wonderful natural products. And so just this year, if you know someone else who has a small business, let me know. And you're most welcome, Quanubian. Let me know, and I will for sure plug them and put their information wherever I can to let folks know these are places where you actually are going to impact the life of a family. That's what small businesses do. They really impact real people in a positive manner. So if you put them in the chat, you're going to have to send it to me because I won't see, the chat is not available once I end the live stream, okay? The other thing I was going to tell you is my older son is in the process of trying to determine where he's going to go to college. So it's been, my mind has just been distracted. But once we get that all settled, and y'all, I'm going to ask y'all to send up those prayers that he gets accepted to his top choice, okay? But once we get all that settled, I feel like in my spirit, I can settle down a little bit more and get things more structured and organized. For sure, for the calendar new year, I want to make sure I have a schedule of the types of videos that I will release on a regular basis. Okay. So y'all just hang in there with me. I just love being here with you all. You all are amazing. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please be the light that you are, because the world needs you just as you are. Just, you know, we need the real you is what I'm saying. You don't need to be the superstar made up you. We want the real you, because the real you will make a positive difference in a way that nobody else can do that. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, hoping that something has been shared here today that will assist you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. Continue to enjoy this auspicious time of Jupiter in Scorpio. Thank you all so much. Yes, Kwanubian. The world, oh, his world is wide open. Gotcha. Thank you all so much. Love you. Have a great day. Oh, you're talking about my son. Thank you. I appreciate you. Y'all know I got Mercury and Pisces up here, so I might say something 5 minutes ago and I help your girl out, Kwanubian. Yes, thank you, Kwanubian. I'll keep you posted on how things go. All right, girl? All right, thank y'all. Peace. I'll let you all know how things go. I will let you all know. Love y'all. Peace.